All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast Trials. And in this video, I am going to be covering week 1 of the Flashback Therapies, which are starting up as of today, January 6th. I'm recording this just before I go live tonight. I've been streaming pretty much every Tuesday night, and I'm going to probably try and start streaming every Saturday during the day as well, at least as my regular streaming schedule, and then we'll maybe have some other stuff sprinkled in the middle of that at times. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to record this because I wanted to get my first reactions to things for what this event is. So the first one we have is Jaeger Onboarding, which was launched alongside the Season 3 update. So this is, I think, the oldest event, or was under surveillance before this. I don't remember, but we have Jaeger Onboarding. I don't actually know the order. Some people do. I haven't paid enough attention to remember the order, but Jaeger Onboarding, Under Surveillance, Deep Burn, Toxic Shock, and Countdown are all running. So there's going to be 1 week for each of these events, and I think this is a much better format than the one they did before, because that one had 2 weeks for each of them, and it was pretty boring, especially because one of the events was Bambino, which is not that interesting of an event. Most of the events in here are more interesting. Although Jaeger is just a variator similar to Bambino that adds an enemy, Jaeger is much more threatening and impactful, being constantly in the trials. So let's see what trial list we have to go up against. We have Grind the Bad Apples, The Politician on the Shopping Mall, Despoil the Auction, oh boy, Seize Narcotics, Destroy the Evidence, Fumigate the Factory, Traffic the Product, and Disrupt the Neighborhood, as well as Fabricate the Scandal. Okay, so quite the list. We do have all 3 of the new trials in here: Despoil, Seize, and Fabricate. So those should be fun. Yeah, I mean, Shopping Mall and Resort are probably going to be fairly difficult with Jaeger on there. So should be fun. And what are the other variators? Okay, only limited items level 1 on here, not 2. So that's not as bad as it could be. It's interesting that they choose to do the level 1 version, but yeah, those are the trials. We'll start with Grind the Bad Apples. What I'm most curious about now, and actually I'm not gonna learn that by looking at these. I'm just curious what the tasks are gonna look. There's 2 parts of task for this. What? So do I already have that poster? Okay, so they are doing what I was wondering. I can already tell that. So basically, if you haven't played events in the game in the past, there's usually tasks that come along with them, and then there's a reward for those tasks that's usually a poster or something like that. And obviously those aren't available in the catalog for the event, which you can buy now. Of course, you can buy the event catalogs in the shop here, but you won't be able to get that poster from the tasks. So it seems like when they do flashbacks, they're going to bring that poster back as another way for people to get it. I'm very surprised to see 2 parts of tasks. Complete 9 trials, secondary 3 times. Complete a trial without anyone getting caught by the Jaeger. Okay, that's not too bad for me. Jump over obstacles 25 times, adrenaline 25 times, and throw 25 projectiles at enemies. 1, 2, 3. So you can skip one and still get them all. I probably won't get the adrenaline one very quickly, but yeah, very, very interesting. I do want to quickly check if I have that poster, because I don't remember there being rewards from the Jaeger event, but I mean, it was a while ago now, so I possibly forgot. Let's see. I do. So yeah, that's nice. I think for people who missed the event, they can still potentially get all the rewards. Now, the Jaeger Onboarding event, of course, didn't have a catalog, but the point still stands. Like, we're going to have Countdown coming up at some point, and that also had posters applied, and most events have little tags like, well, I think Toxic Shock was before tasks, so that would not apply to Toxic Shock. Would it even apply to Countdown? I don't know, but Deep Burn, it certainly would. Like these 2 things we probably got from the Deep Burn tasks rather than the catalog, and these are probably going to be available from tasks during this onboarding or this flashback. So that's very good. I'm glad to see that. I'm really happy that they could have easily just said, you know, whatever with the tasks and just done like the old ones of like complete 5, A+3, and then that was it. But they actually are putting in the effort to continue making nice tasks even for the flashback. So props to them for that. And yeah, that's cool. I was really surprised to open it up and see 2 parts. I'm glad I recorded this without checking first. But yeah, we're gonna head to Grind the Bad Apples. Probably be a different day when I actually record that, but I will see you guys when we arrive there. All right, we're pulling up here to grind the bad apples, and I want to address quickly the slight change in background we have here. So I did switch things around in my room, and I've got a different setup now. Especially different is the camera. It's been unmirrored. It was mirrored before, but since we've got the sign up now, I had to unmirror it, so things might look a little different because of that. And also, like, the perspective on the camera is slightly different and everything. So, you know, I'm still workshopping it, making sure it works as well, but I think it's okay with what we have now. You guys can let me know in the comments your thoughts. But yeah, really appreciate all the feedback people already gave on the Discord, and hopefully it's not too jarring of a change in the middle of a video. But either way, we're going to jump into this trial, which is Grind the Bad Apples. First one, I'm just rocking my standard setup of stun, noise reduction, smash, and boosted. And we'll see how it goes. Of course, Jaeger is the variator. This is what people are calling the Jaeger reboarding, since it's a flashback of Jaeger Onboarding, which took place a while ago. Nice that we got a stamina booster. And you know what? I really should have switched to Evasive Manuever, because obviously the Evasive Manuever amp is a very useful counter to the Jaeger. And how do we have a grunt on us already? I don't understand what's going on. We have the Lucky Shamrocks game. Okay, I don't know what's going on. The Berserker was behaving erratically. The Grunt was as well. So yeah, we're not going to worry about that. And we're going to get started with the games instead. Open this up. We know we have the Lucky Shamrocks game because we saw that it was closed and had the number behind it. And that's probably her right there. But we can get this game done at least. And then we also have Hooper. So that's nice because that's accessible without having to like go through the co-op door or anything, which is right here. Ooh, curved that one right around blockage, and here she is. The interesting thing about this map being one of the ones that they selected is that it actually has several spots both inside and outside the root canal where the Jaeger can be basically lost. You can make her leave the trial. Now when her variator is out, that is only a temporary solution. I forgot where the door was to Hooper for a second. Because she'll just come right back out, but it can be good to know about if you get into a sticky situation. You can lose her in the crawl space that's over there in that corner that leads to the back of that area. You can also lose her in this crawl space, and there's a crawl space inside the root canal that has similar function. So it is pretty interesting that they chose to include this trial. Try to get all these safely and easily. The Berserker sounded pretty close around the and he was pretty close around the corner, so got to be careful there. But overall, fairly smoothly collecting the tickets. Very strange though that grunt was there at the garage. He's not. You don't usually get interrupted. This is one of the crawl spaces, so if we just linger here for a moment, she will leave the trial, and we don't have to worry about her. But we're heading into the first, or you know, the little cutscene thing where we're blocked in anyway. So, not that it really matters. We'll sit this guy down with a brick. Should give us enough time to load up all our tickets and get inside. All right. Go ahead and wait for Gooseberry to give her speech, and then we can do our duty. I just want to say big thanks to everyone for all the support on the Outlast Trials critique video. I'm definitely going to be doing another one of those. I haven't decided on the game yet. I did a YouTube community post asking for people's opinions and thoughts on what they would like to see. I don't really want to immediately do something that's like a major departure from the general themes that are already on the channel, but we'll see what I end up going with. But like I said in that video, I do have a ton of games I've already 100%ed to draw off of. Don't forget to smash the like button, by the way, as I just demonstrated right there on the button for this trial. And we're going to get pushing here. You know, I'm thinking to myself, did These did not used to go down. I used to utilize these to like hide from enemies. When did they patch that? Am I... Huh. That feels like it was more recent, because I think I remember when I was doing the pipes video, I would sometimes run around, because Gooseberry was bothering me when I was pushing at the end. And I would have to go through the, you know, the little turning thing to get out, so that's confusing to me. I wonder when that was changed. But, yeah, of course, if you don't know, if you haven't seen, I do have a full video on this topic, which is quite extensive, but you are able to look at the pipes in certain spots to determine which valve you need to turn, and that can save you quite a lot of time looking for... That's annoying. Looking for, you know, following them or whatever. So if you haven't seen that video and you're curious about that, then definitely check it out. It's called, I don't remember actually the name, but just type in Grind the Bad Apples Pipes onto the search and you'll probably find it. That is definitely more of an advanced video. It is basically just a 40+ minute discussion about this one objective in this one trial. So yeah, not for the faint of heart, I would definitely say. I guess I'll just lure her back here to give me a chance to push, maybe. But yeah, speaking of which, I guess my other videos, I will be the next video after this one is going to be the orphanage over explained. I think I might have mentioned that in the intro. I don't know, I recorded that couple days ago now because I wanted to get my first reaction to the actual event itself. Speaking of which, I should maybe pin some tasks. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but I will try. Good thing about the water is it does slow the enemies down as well. So that guy was very slow, might not have even have caught me. We almost got to the end. But yeah, so for example, we have the B pipe, obviously. The blue B pipe is all over the place. And the valve we have to turn is the one in the room with the grinder, you know, that houses the trial ending. And I know that just by looking at the first little intersection in that cubby to the left of the start of the root canal. That tells you all you need to know. In this case, usually there's multiple locations you need to check for info, but we got one of the lucky few that is just the one. And the Jaeger's honestly being pretty annoying in this case. Kind of, I'm going far away, but she's not fast enough to like get out of the root canal very far, so I'm just gonna wait her out again and then probably go try and finish the push. Also, I haven't found any posters yet, which is a bit of a concern. We're going to need to look out for those to get that secondary done. Feels like it's been a while since I did one of these videos. I don't know why. But also, I'm in the new setup here, so I do feel a little bit off. This is the first time I'm recording in it, so that probably contributes to the strange feeling as well. But, yeah, I mean, I guess Winter Kills I did before, you know, fairly early in the cycle compared to how I usually like wait till the very last minute on occasion. That's annoying. So that was like, there's like a longer gap there. Okay. I'm not messing with that. I've gotten Darth Vader force vacuum grabbed too many times at this point to be messing with potential issues there. We do have a poster. And alright, we should be able to get out of here before Jaeger shows up to ruin our fun. Annoyingly, it seems that maybe the grunt heard that. Yeah, unless that's Jaeger hearing that, the grunt is gonna make his way up here and be annoying. But actually, it might be her. She's closer than I expected to us. This should be enough time to grab this. Although, if absolutely necessary, I could throw the bottle at her. I think I did see the grunt, actually, didn't I? I don't know, he might have gone inside that room. That is so annoying. Okay, at least it gave me the slide. I did see him, but it was like just a glimpse, so I wasn't sure. We need to lure the Jaeger a little bit of a ways away anyway, so not the worst. But that's like, or I guess we could do a lap and get the other, go to the other staircase, but that would result in her turning around at some point. I'm not sure. Honestly, this isn't a trial who's saying fuck you in the subtitles? This isn't a trial that I've done in solo very much recently, I guess. I don't remember it being in any of the recent events or what. I mean, I don't know. Hard to keep track, but I've also been doing the solo no loadout, no revives challenge on stream quite a bit of escalation. And I've made it to trial number 40 on my first attempt and then 37 on my second attempt. My third attempt is currently at trial number 16. And I haven't had grind the bad apples a single time in those. Okay, we have D-pipe. D-pipe, which we need to go to the far right here to check the spots for. So that's going to be a little bit annoying getting past the goose. We should be okay to just sneak past her there. And we can check. We have secret room up here too. I'm not really that worried about it since we got the stamina booster. Okay, we have this cross in here, so that means nothing. We have that. We have the broken pipe in there. We do have the U-shape there. I think the U-shape means that we have the one in the dark room. But I'm not 100% certain because I haven't done this trial in a while. I'm a bit washed on the pipes, the professor himself, so I will quickly check my guide reference to be sure for the pipe. Meanwhile, we can go down and turn the B pipe while I'm checking that. So we didn't get the immediate pipe. Oh, the cross formation is actually bathroom. I forgot about bathroom, to be honest. So we might have bathroom. I need to double check that. But we should definitely have this as our B pipe, since this one's probably one of the easiest ones to remember for grinder on B. But yeah, I mean, if you don't do this trial fairly frequently, it's pretty easy to forget if you have all the pipes memorized. So I do have some images in my Discord that show all the pipe information. And you can just use those as a reference whenever you're doing the trial. It makes it a lot easier to do the pipe skip without having to stay, you know, keep everything memorized. Because, yeah, nowadays in escalation, you only get this trial once every 100. So hardly enough time, or enough times, you know, or as frequently enough to potentially remember all the pipes. But yeah, I wanted to check this over here. So based on this cross formation, that means that the pipe we need to turn is the one in this hallway right here. I was wrong. Wait, what? I thought that's what my notes say. Check cross formation. Maybe it's because of the break or something. I haven't really had that bathroom one, like, barely ever. Yeah, the intersection doesn't have the L shape. There is the U shape in the floor. Is that, like, that doesn't take precedence, though. I don't know. I think this is the one, then. If this is wrong, then it's just completely cooked, and I don't even know my own notes. Wow, she's took a while to open that door. Okay, so I don't know what I meant by the cross shape then. My notes are a little sus. I'll have to look at the video. Because this is definitely the... Oh, you know, no, I'm a dumbass. I forgot what a cross shape was. They have to actually be all connected as like a plus sign. So the notes are correct. It was just my interpretation was wrong. Because those pipes are obviously crossing over, but the cross shape is where all the pipes are, like, it's like one continuous pipe, not overlapping over each other like that. Okay, so epic failure for me, even though I looked at my notes. My first instinct was correct, and at the end of the day, it was actually the one with the U shape in the hallway. And I would love an antidote to get out of this annoying sanity reduced state. But yeah, that's why it's good to both have the notes and know what they mean. Those things will help you in actually executing the pipe skip, but... Oh, he knows. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about by the slowdown. Like, he was so slowed by the water that he couldn't even catch me when I was pushing the boat there. So that was a nice little time saver. And maybe we can push this a decent amount of the way before the Jaeger arrives. Bad thing is she can walk down the ramps if she wants. She can just walk straight down the fire ramps. Yeah, there she is. So I'm honestly going to just try and go full in on this. Okay, I don't trust Gooseberry to not hit me as well. Oh, she was still stunned for a while. Well, I probably could have finished that, but I'm better safe than sorry after I messed up my own pipes and lost some sanity for my grade. We did get all our posters, of course, and so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, yeah, so obviously we could have finished that before anybody got near us. Okay, that was a little unnecessarily risky, but... Okay. Oh, Jaeger opened this for us. That's kind of her, although I could have opened it myself with Smash. I guess I just have, like, my brain is stuck on speedrunning for this trial because of how many times I completed it for that video. Even though I clearly don't have the requisite knowledge to properly do it, since I forgot what a cross shape even is. Shameful, really. I hope you guys can forgive me for that. But yeah, I'm not sure, like, yeah, for where the thing is, I guess this is pretty optimal as far as, I'm just looking at the camera again, but I'm going to be paranoid about that for a while, probably. But that should be all good. We just had the one stupid pipe mess up. A+, 17 minutes, 11 seconds. Grind the Bad Apples Jaeger Onboarding Psychosurgery here. So yeah, I mean, in trial I'm very experienced with at this point, and I remember this used to be like a nightmare trial sometimes. Like, pushing that boat in the first section used to be so difficult, I feel like, but boy, times have changed quite a bit. Anyways, I'll see you guys for the next trial. Alright, we're moving on now to the shopping mall for time to chill with our good friend, the politician. I was going to switch to blind, but I realized it's not fully upgraded, so I'm going to keep my stun here. But I did swap over to Evasive Manuever to potentially save me in the event of a Jaeger grab. And Smash is generally quite a bit less useful on this trial anyways. Unfortunately, we got the battery booster, which is not what we're looking for. In those types of cases, it's when you wish you switched out for incognito. Also, a consideration on this trial is backpack, so you can carry more fuses. But also in combination with Evasive Manuever, I feel less worried in terms of inventory space to be carrying something like a bottle or a brick, because pouncers will be kicked off by the evasive. Not something I necessarily want to spend my cooldown on, but in the case of it saving me from damage, I won't complain too much. Now, this is going to be pretty annoying, as will all of the fuses, I assume, now that she's out, because I can't really go into the back hall and out with her there. She's gonna be in the way. So I'm gonna wait out her to come in here. Actually, it was quicker than I anticipated. As you can see, while she can sandbag the other X-Pops, they are not able to sandbag her. Can you swing? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, thankfully there is a bit of a light at the front of the store there. So we were able to bait that guy into swinging just barely in time. Otherwise, I guess I would have tried to eat the evasive. It would have been messy. But I figured that that could work. So it, you know, I took the chance and it did work. I could have used my stun, of course, as well. But, you know, whatever. We made it out with no resources expended whatsoever. And we can begin on fuse collection for the main objective. Oh, this one's nice because you can hide behind this little counter here. It's also usually a decent hiding spot. That one is unfortunately broken, but usually you can get a good hiding spot to avoid these enemies when they break in for the fuse portion. We can head out this way to avoid any potential interaction with the Jaeger, and maybe we can head upstairs to keep looking. Oh, okay. You know, one thing I haven't ever had take place because... Oh, this store is available. I've never had take place because I've never really done this trial since the change. I haven't done it like in solo and had this occur since the change that allowed this to happen. I don't know if you get hit by an Aurora flask and then use an antidote. If it's still... Oh, this is... Alright, well, we're gonna do this just to save time more than anything else. But that is also a good learning moment for some people. I saw a post on the Outlast Trials subreddit the other day, which I try to avoid because it generally doesn't have good stuff on it and is more rife with leaks and garbage that I'm not interested in. I saw a post that was highly upvoted that mentioned that you can do that. You can hit the Jaeger with a bottle or brick on your way by and essentially not have to worry about getting grabbed if you do that. So, you know, assuming people... Okay, I wasn't sure if that guy was going to notice me. I was closer to him than I thought I would be after doing that, but... what was I saying? I don't remember. You don't have to worry about her being able to grab you. Okay, I'm just gonna have to stun that. It was a little overzealous of me to try that, I guess. Or like to just come out the store like that. But it is what it is. We are out of there, and now we just need one more fuse for the inside of the department store, and we can get it here at Hobbies and Toys. Perfect. As alongside our second poster. Just need one more of those. I'm not sure where the Jaeger came out. She did respawn, so that might prove an issue in this hallway. I do hear her. Okay, I don't know. She's like right on the other side of that door, I think. Yeah, I probably would have gone right into her grasp there. Yeah, that does a bit... It doesn't... I wouldn't say it trivializes her necessarily. I mean, it is a very brief window. And it's only really like super effective and super reliable if you have a vault spot like I did in both cases to just quickly get past her. Otherwise, she will often backhand you for 3 bars. And can these campers like not be camping? Problem is she's fast on the stairs. Okay, it's actually not too bad. I don't know why the twins are going so far away, but I will take advantage of that knowledge to just sprint straight to the back of the store here and get working on price checking some boxes. This part I anticipate being pretty damn annoying, to be honest. I'm not going to put the fuse in yet, so she has to at least go around the long way to get into the back here. Oh god. We got the $15 box and then it just is giving us garbage. $10. She's close. I can probably do this box. Oh my. Okay. So we have two. Okay, that was a problem of my own making, of greed. And I'll freely admit that. So now I'm just abusing the so-called tech. We can open this now. And then these 3 boxes plus a tiny box should be enough to earn us a ticket. Okay, she is coming there. Obviously, the problem with these boxes is they completely... Oh! I thought they were still in the back. I stepped on glass. So that's a demerit to our list, unfortunately, but better than taking damage. I thought they were still back to the left for some reason. I didn't hear them reposition. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. Very bad. Sorry, I'm trying to focus a little bit. Okay, drop that off. I thought there was a brick there. Sadly, there isn't. Glass can be a little bit hard to see on this reflective floor, too. Which does not help matters. I think they're in the back, I guess. Yeah. I guess we can get this box over. This part and the finale are generally the hardest parts of this trial. Most dangerous, at least. I usually like to stick to this left side. Or, you know, whatever side you want to call it. Left side when you're facing the front of the store. Seems like they are less likely to be roaming over there. And it's good to stay in one area of the store because you can't see the floor with these boxes. They didn't sneak out again, did they? I don't think so. And so you could, if you're in uncharted territory, you could easily step on... I almost stepped on that. I didn't even know that was there. You could easily step on something and damage your grade. We got our last poster, and thankfully we escaped with only one sound trap trigger, which is much less punishing than the results could have been. So let's insert our ticket and get started with our everybody's favorite section, math time. Smash the like button and head in through the door here. Boy, this door seam is quite impressive. You can't even see it, but it's there. All right, target is, so we need -4, which is right here. I wonder if she leaves, like, when I hit that button. So top right, top back left. I don't even know if the call out I made makes sense to me, let alone anybody else. This is a dead end, right? This, oh no, this is the place we need to be. Okay, cool. We need to go, wow, down a lot, down like 27 or something? Or no, 28, -28. There we go. Is she... I know there's a pouncer somewhere nearby that I heard, but... Okay, we can actually go... Ooh. We can go up the Spatland stairs here, maybe. Dang it. Maybe it'll still work out okay if this is unlocked. And it's not. So we have to smash it open, and now the giant's gonna be way closer. But this is where one of ours is. We need minus... What, 25? 23? Or something? Something like that. Okay, good. And then top front right or something. So I need to cross over. We'll just use the stairs. I don't even know, are the crest twins out during this section? I feel like they're not, but I don't 100% remember. I think we need to be in here. This is where our last math is. Yep. And Mama is here as well, but she's leaving. Perfect. We need +2, so that's easy enough. Okay, so pretty solid, pretty clean math section for sure. And now it's time to deal with the acid and everything. Now this is gonna be a pain, definitely, with Henrietta and the twins. And we, of course, have to deal with this thing wearing off. You know, you have to pump it multiple times. He is loud, isn't he? Alright. See what we can get done. I don't know if she left again. The Jaeger event, of course, exposes some weirdness with her, where she will, like, leave after certain objectives are done sometimes. They usually come around to the right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the spraying time is just so... It takes so long to spray do the full spray. I do feel like I need to lure away the Jaeger a bit. I'm not sure where the secret room is, sadly. It can pretty much be in any store, I think, on this trial. I haven't, like, rigorously verified that or anything, but I'm fairly sure that that's how it would work. Get her to come around here. But yeah, see, like, even this is gonna be like no time at all, and we're getting attacked by Mama as well. I really don't have good strategies for this in solo, which is obviously not going to help. I mean, pumping it once there does little to nothing. I'm going to go look for the secret room maybe briefly back here. No. It might not be able to be in, like, this store at the end, but even then that could be a wrong assumption. But yeah, I still, you know, I need to learn better. I need to learn this trial better for solo. Oh, what? You can walk through this? I just get nothing done there. That's part of the problem of trials that have come out after I started doing my big community escalation run, is I haven't really done them a ton in solo, and then I don't develop the strats that are required in times like these. Okay, that was pretty good. I wonder, where did they go? Because I thought it might be a good way to go to like loop them back here. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. I don't have the slightest idea where Otto and Aurora have gone, but we got some good progress on the guy as a result. There they are. And they do see me. See, the problem is if like baiting them is obviously they have the range. So that's gonna screw you over a lot of the time. Ooh, careful for this glass. They saw me again. Awfully annoying. I'm also just thinking of how this is potentially bringing Henrietta a little further away from the spot. Okay, they have moved, so we can go back around one more time. Yeah, I need to do. I also need to experiment a bit more with Despoil, but I have played Despoil more, at least, than this trial, I would say. Okay, they just went out there. Never gonna be able to spray much, but I did get some pumping. No, come back this way, damn it. Okay, they did get lured to that bottle, so... What are they doing? I guess this is what I'm afraid of. Oh, maybe I can stand here? Or somehow Jaeger's like getting in front of them there and guess like blocking them out from coming back here. So maybe you could like stand on the other side of the fence and use that to bait Aurora's throw. Oh my god, that was, I guess, lucky. Wow. Yes, Jaeger's just sandbagging their movement a lot here, so... Who are you, brother? Just chilling in the back halls, are we? So we got there in the end, but it was not something I would call pretty, and neither will this be. Okay, we are gonna have our stun for them. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just not really happy with that in general. Like, sure, we got through it with no actual issues, but I don't know, it doesn't feel very elegant, and a lot of it just felt up to chance a lot of the time. But that is A plus 21 minutes 30 seconds chilling with the politician. Jaeger onboarding psychosurgery here. And yeah, we should just, just one sound trap trigger while we were in the department store. So yeah, I don't know, just the finale feels very inelegant. It can definitely be improved a lot from my side. So we'll see if I can, either play it more and get some strats of my own or other things like that. Because like with a lot of with Franco's trials, like Poison and Pleasure, you kind of just wait till he's not there, as opposed to like actively engaging with him, because he's ranged, he could just hit you. Whereas on like a Coiled Gooseberry trial, or even on Lilia, you could maybe get them to chase you. So it's a little strange trying to approach Otto and Aurora, who are also, of course, range. I am gonna pin the adrenaline one, but I'll get the secondary one done as well here, and then complete 9 is the other one. Interesting to have both two parts of the task. Oh, I honestly forgot we had this, but this should be pretty fun. We have Despoil the Auction. I am actually going to go upgrade my blind mine and bring that instead of stun. And obviously evasive is doubly useful on this trial because we have Jaeger, and then we also have Lilia herself, who is quite hard countered by evasive. So yeah, I'll see you guys when we arrive at the resort. All right, we are here for Despoil the Auction, the newest trial on the newest map, Resort. I've swapped out to blind, but we are sticking with the rest of the same loadout, and we nicely receive a stamina booster right off the rip here, so I will pop that. And hey, there's an experience the effect of adrenaline, but that is for the weekly and not the one we are currently working on. I am just gonna try and full send here instead of cranking. It does seem like a bit of RNG at times, yeah. Oh, that's Henrietta. Okay, so... No, why would you go that way? You're the worst kind of person. Okay, this should be enough time. Yeah, she's not very quick in general. So we can get under here, and then she will be gone briefly. Give us a window to look for the batteries, because we don't really want to be in here that long if we can avoid it, because it's a pretty small area, and there's also a grunt in here. So there's 2 batteries we need to disconnect to get the key. I'll open this for our escape later. That's a really annoying set of planks, but it must be done. Could be right here. Yes, I think we're okay to grab this and then run for the key, even if it would let me run. This trial, also a heavy consideration should be placed on backpack. In all honesty, I kind of wish I had brought backpack. Noise reduction isn't going to be as helpful on this trial because Lily is going to be in stealth a lot of the time. I mean, noise reduction is still good. I'm not saying you shouldn't necessarily take it, but I mean, the amount of inventory reliance in this trial is unparalleled for sure, as I'm sure anyone who's done it knows. Hopefully there's no giant here. Of course there is a giant here, and he's looking the wrong way. I assumed he was finishing up his search of that locker rather than starting it, which is why I threw that bottle, but anyway, we are in now to the start of the trial proper. Let's not forget to smash like, and hope that Lilia doesn't spawn in the introductory area here, because that is a thing that can happen, and I don't know if it's intended or not. I've heard it is intended, which seems weird to me that she can just sometimes be in the tutorial. Although I know in my critique I criticized the fact that tutorials are often completely safe and boring. Having the prime asset potentially come out at random is not exactly what I had in mind for changing that per se, but hey, I can only hope that it is just a bug, and we can hopefully avoid it here. Get our first poster and snag this. And we know that because this is a ruby, we're looking for a sapphire. One way I've heard to tell if it's Lilia is to look at the gem on her chest, and if it glows like you can pick it up, that means you're safe and it's not gonna be Lilia herself. Not sure if that's 100% true, but I have heard that. I haven't fully tested it myself and like seen one that didn't glow and been like, that's her for sure, and then checked if it was her or anything. But anyways, we're through to the trial proper here, where we need to cover the remaining balance. And as most people have been doing, I'm going to go ahead and try and unlock the entire map before doing anything. Ooh, this is annoying. Okay, it's in a good spot where I can still grab it. Basically because the most valuable gems are rubies, and you can only get rubies in doors which are locked, behind doors which are locked with the animal keys. So, unless you want to spend many minutes on your trial run like I did my first time through, you want to open the map first. Because scrounging for scraps, you could... okay. Thank you, Evasive Manuever. I could have used my bottle if I didn't have evasive, but boy, she just jumped on me. And it does look like she hits you, doesn't it? But she does not. So I have the owl key. I am just going to immediately go upstairs and into the cold area, since I feel like that is the hardest part of this section, getting the wolf key. And the enemy doesn't spawn immediately. This is bad. Can I even crank this in time? Maybe not, because we got a bad spawn. But if you go the other way, the enemy will be spawned by the time you come back over here. Like, it doesn't rely on your presence to spawn in, which is the important thing, I guess. Grab this. I would like that. I don't know why. I do this often, and I need to stop doing it. I bring the black light with me, even though I know I'm probably not going to be... Okay, this is rather annoying. Okay, it is actually in here. I don't know if that grunt's gonna be here in time. I think they won't. So that is the wolf key partially unlocked. The other half of the lights are on the opposite side in the dark, so we can go grab this ruby from behind here to give Henrietta a reason to leave the upstairs and follow me down. Oh, she's closer than I thought. But we can drop this off. And I guess I will still keep this on me, even though I just mentioned about not bringing it, because I'll potentially go use the wolf key immediately. Oh, wow. Okay, we're just gonna smash and bash and crash our way through this place and hope to not get jumped. But it is obviously, like, this is one of the most nightmare maps to get no prescriptions on in escalation, because then you can't counter Lilia's jump with a throwable, and that makes her so much more threatening. It's crazy. There we have one of our tasks. Okay, we can honestly use this chair. It's a little small, but yeah, there's Lilia right there. Where? Oh, okay, well, we'll just use this trick. Is it a trick? I guess, maybe? Whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, what is this giant, and what is with this giant and being right there all the time? Boy, unreliable doors really boarding shit up here. This trial obviously has a lot of doors and would benefit pretty heavily from Smash, but not bringing Evasive into Lilia Jaeger is simply wishing for death, you could honestly say. Okay, she just came out of that EIG. My Evasive should be back up off cooldown by now, so we at least know that. And I am going to just run to this and go in here. So there are several places we could bring that key. We want to try and get in here and get working on stuff before Lilia gets over here, and before the Jaeger gets over here, and before the Night Hunter spawns in, who is spawning in now. But it would be great if we could get the other battery in this room. Yes, I think it is. Yes, okay. So we got both batteries from here. For the bear key, there's going to be one more, or sorry, two more batteries outside. An important little shortcut door is this one, although it'll also allow Jaeger through it. I assume she's already close enough for that to not be a high concern. Let's start the generator. Jesus. Okay. Jesus. That was unlucky that the giant was right there. We can redirect this into using the wolf key in the dark area. Oh, the Jaeger opened this co-op door for us. That is very nice, actually. Of course, there's a wolf door here, and there will be a ruby behind it. I generally don't really like... I mean, we could drop the black light, and actually I think I will in this case. She's got to be upstairs, right? Henrietta is annoying. Yeah, I don't like too much going to the snow, or you know, the cold area for the additional wolf and bear doors, but you know, I'd rather leave that. Okay, she's in this area. I'm gonna try and go do this generator again. That's gotta be Henrietta hearing me, not the giant. These batteries can be a huge pain in the ass sometimes for me. Like this one, there's sometimes one like tangled up in this maze of wooden shit, and I can never find it. We have one here, so we can hope the other one is even maybe in the next room, although more likely it's outside somewhere. Oh, that's isn't it just? Are you stupid? Oh my god, make your mind up. Wasting my warmth. Henrietta. What are you doing? This. Oh, and now you see me. Yeah, that is fucking crazy, that whole sequence of events. The giant gives up and goes, oh, they're not here, turns to leave, decides, oh, wait, suddenly I think maybe they are here. And then stares around forever, and then suddenly decides that they see me. And then Henrietta doesn't grab me, she just smacks me for 3 damage and a demerit. What the hell was that, man? That was so cheese. Now I'm stuck looking for a heal. And I didn't even get any closer to finding the thing. She's yapping. Can grab this for the finale, I guess. I would absolutely love to heal up before contending with the giant again, but that also might not happen. We will need to warm up again. That is lovely. Okay, so this I assume will bait Henrietta into going this way, and then maybe we can just close this actually. Because it's more important that I open it for me to go through it this direction. I really hope... Yeah. Okay, so this will give us a good amount of leeway. I guess the Pouncer is hearing the gen. So we still need this last battery. Here it is. Okay, perfect. Bear key is available. The giant actually decides to chase me upon confirming sight instead of making no sense and generally pissing me off. And now, one thing that can be good to do in my mind is leverage the warmth you get from down there into going up here. But I don't have a black light. I should still have time. No. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just throw that plan into the trash. But we do still want to get a black light because we are going to go down to the basement. And so if we need 240 bucks, that means we need 8 rubies. And we can consider at the very least the one that's upstairs in the lobby, you know, as like someone that we can get. If not, also the one that is on the at the end of this area, you know, way down there in the inside, where the bear key is as well. Drop this. So that means we need at least 6, more likely 7 rubies from down here. So there's 1. Yep. Let's keep going. There's someone in a cage making noise. That's 2. That is 3. Of course, if you don't know by now, the basement should contain a wealth of rubies for 5. Six, 7. So that's 7 rubies. Can this guy make any sense at all, please? Lilia's there. Calm down, Lilia. You know, since we saw her, I'm gonna take the risk with an additional ruby. Although, I probably should do that anyway. Oh, we got Henrietta to break the co-op door, I believe. So we just need we need all the rubies we acquired in the basement, and then the one above the lobby. And that will be us completed with the auction. Okay. This guy just yaps. Let's go do that now, actually. Oh, this is the wolf key. Fuck the wolf key. Never mind. Let's not go do that now. Let's get Henrietta out here, and then we'll go back into the basement for... Yeah, I mean, this is why backpack is obviously good on this trial. We don't quite have enough. There's 4 rubies down here, and we only have 3 inventory. So that's a little sad. There we go. Okay, that worked out shockingly well. I was really expecting to be grabbed by Lilia at some point during my exit there, but she was nowhere to be found. So now we just need to get down there, get the last ruby out, and get the key back, and then we'll be all set. So, yeah, a lot of back and forth to the basement on this one. Maybe could have planned it a little better. But the Jaeger hounding me at every turn does not help. I'm going to take this now just so I don't forget it somehow. I assume the co-op door will get me there faster, right? Yes. I hear this bitch whispering, so I don't know where she is, but I'm a little bit worried about that. Henrietta's on the stairs, so same deal as before. And we're in good shape here. The basement is certainly quite dangerous. That grunt is honestly usually more annoying. They're usually more up towards the front area, like more like closer to the stairs than they were. I'm gonna put this first. So that was helpful that they were like all the way in the lot room in this case. And yeah, we just need to, of course, there's this bear door up here. There's also one in the cold area and one at the far end of the downstairs cold area. But it's just easier to stick to the basement for, I think there's always at least 7. There might even be one more. So it is quite reliable. And unless you plan to scrounge like crazy for rubies or for sapphires and emeralds, then you're going to be down there at some point regardless, so you might as well capitalize. Okay, it's time for the auction. And it's time for me to have no idea what I'm doing and struggle massively. Probably. I know there's one crank obviously at the very beginning. Okay, I'm not happy that I had to do that, but... yeah, it's nice to just go grab a crank somewhere else because you can't immediately grab the crank. Oh, I should not have door snapped. I know I have adrenaline. Not that that should be a thing I have to consider, but it is, and I know it is, so. This is the one we grabbed. Oh, this is... this is annoying. Okay, she is behind me. Any one of these could be Lilia and I would be none the wiser. I forgot to remove the little thingy mabobs. But we've got one. We might as well do this while Henrietta is waddling up here. Blowtorch, what? So we know that... we know where the last cranks are. But I don't even... how do you... is it this way? I guess it's this way to get beyond the co-op door. Yeah, he just broke into the necessary room for me. Oh, and this is where the secret room is. Wow. I don't have time for this, man. Wow, I can't believe he didn't see me. Okay, I don't know where the... oh. Shit. Where does this even bring me? The bear area, okay. Am I wrong in assuming I have a good cranking window here? I guess there's only one way to know, and that's to see. You know, this would be an insane finale if the grunt from down there came up as well. Yo, crank it, bitch. No! How did you miss me? And how are you such a quiet little sneaky little fuck? Hey, Henry. Hi. Why did I go this way? Reasons known not even to myself. And definitely not to you. I was... Who? This goes upstairs. Where's the down the stairs? Good God, man. I don't know what I'm doing. If that weren't clear by now, I don't know what will make it so. But we have the crank. And I would appreciate a battery booster for sure. And another rig recharger. We got one done without my rig at all. Barely, by the way, barely. Somehow Lilia missed me with what looked like should have been a successful slicing of my appendages, but she's upstairs. I hear her talking. I was wrong, and I've been wrong before, and I'll continue to be wrong in the future. She was in that one room down there where the crank is. Oh my fucking... She is fast. She is fast. No one ever said she wasn't fast. Where's Henrietta? She's probably somewhere in or around those stairs. Okay, good. Can we watch her go into hiding? Assimilate. Yes. No. Dude. How slow is that animation? I will not tell you you're good, Henrietta. You've been very bad and interrupted my strategery. I witnessed Lilia enter a closet and I am unable to capitalize on my knowledge. Okay, we just need... I mean, I guess I'm kind of capitalizing by just getting the cranks, but still. Let's grab this crank, and then the only thing that is left is the cranking itself. Do we think she's still in that closet? No, she's talking. So what's the best, like, what do you... What recourse do you have other than to very slowly bring Henrietta somewhere else and then go back and try to crank? It is a bit annoying. This is why I still think Liquidate is my favorite trial finale overall. I'm not gonna lie. Just because you have so much room to do things of your own accord. Like you're able to be constantly on the move, hitting the targets, doesn't require you to be in one place cranking something, but it's still challenging because of Franco. Whereas most other finales have you needing to be in one spot. But I mean, don't get me wrong. This finale is still good, as is the trial. The trial's amazing. And it's still, I think, my favorite trial overall. But I think the Liquidate finale in isolation, I do prefer. Okay, I don't know where Lilia is. There she is. Hello. She's so fast, man. She was coming to the sound. Maybe she will hide nearby? She seems to be going in that room again where she hid earlier. So it's possible she's doing that again. Regardless, we know she's in that room. And so this is a safe crank, I would say. So it seems like kind of the best strategy on this finale is to sort of pay attention to where Lilia is, but like don't let her see you, and then try to witness her going into stealth. Because it seems like she does that pretty readily after losing the hunt. Oh good, this crackhead moved of his own accord. That's very kind of him to consider my needs. Now I don't really trust that she's still over there. Oh, she is. Okay, this should give me time to do this at least. I think I can finish this. Oh my god, the voice acting is so crazy for this. Where did she go? I thought she would definitely come over to that sound, because she was coming out of her hiding, right? I don't know. But we just have one more to go, and I haven't even used my rig. Mostly because it doesn't mean anything against Henrietta. And she's been the more ever-present threat. This feels like much less of a safe crank. As such, I'm gonna stop now. Yeah, I mean, I'm by no means an expert here. There she is. So she was still in there. That's very interesting. She might not follow me all the way up here, but she is more persistent than others. Okay, we might get to catch her going into stealth here. She just went into an EIG. She just went in there. Do you think she came out upstairs because I went upstairs just for a moment? Might that be a manipulatable behavior? Hey, I mean, no rig used. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think Dawn is what... I'm sorry. But hey, I feel like I learned a lot here. So that is very good. And I'm going to do this because you can't make it to the warmth. And even if you could, YOLO running this is a little risky. I'm going to put a blind here. In case I need to run back to it. And why not rig recharge? We've got it. Smoke them while you got them, as they say. And this giant is maybe one of the stupidest individuals ever to walk the planet. So we are all good. Well, if you've never seen what karma looks like, it is that right there. I'm sorry for insulting you, Mr. Giant. But still, how did he not see me more quickly? A plus 35 minutes, 4 seconds, Despoil the Auction, Jaeger Onboarding Psychosurgery here. And yeah, 2 damage received there at the very end. The 1 damage I did receive earlier I feel was a little unjustified. Thought I should have gotten grabbed by Henrietta, and Evasive would have saved me out of that. But overall, I felt pretty good about that completion overall. Definitely, I would probably have brought backpack if I had thought of it, but even still, I mean, 35 minutes is very long, but the trial is just long. It really is. And I mean, Jaeger being around at the end is a very big hindrance. So that obviously plays a part in the time, but still not too bad. And I mean, we first tried all of the main trials. We just have 6 MKs left to go now. So I will be, I'll be seeing you guys at the first of those up next. All right, we're here for the first MK, which is going to be seize the narcotics here on the police station. So this should be interesting. It is definitely one I'm going to bring backpack for, and I'm actually going to switch over to stun. I don't think blind is very good for this one. Obviously, this one also came out alongside Despoil the Auction and is a mirror layout with the released a prisoner's trial. And I gotta say, I think this, well, it's hard to pick a favorite sector in this trial, to be honest. I know this trial has been quite, shall we say, divisive, perhaps, in the community. I was trying to grab the poster, but I'm fine with not getting it. Some people hate it, some people like it, some people don't mind it. I definitely wouldn't say I'm a person who hates it. I don't mind it that much. Although in solo, I do think 10 is kind of a lot. Kind of takes a while to... Just like the act of putting them into the location that they need to go, like even once you consider getting them there, putting them in takes a long time. And so that's what I was just talking about, is like which sector is preferred. Like this sector is definitely the easiest to grab the packets from. Obviously, as you just saw, you just dip in quickly and get out because it's right next to it and there's no coil hallway you have to deal with. Oh, please. Oh, please. What? Did we step on the glass? I think it did count us as stepping on the glass. Now, the downside of this sector is the drop-off point here kind of sucks. It is, I think, the one that's most exposed to being spotted by Xpop. Like, usually the board, like the map or the corpse itself or the van or something, whatever is around the area, usually something is blocking you more completely from vision, and so things like that, which has occurred, are less likely to happen in the other sectors. So I'm not sure I like the trade-off there. I think I would rather have a harder time getting the drugs out of the box and an easier time with putting them in, because it's pretty annoying having to deal with that small grunt. I had this on this sector on enraged enemies once on escalation, and it was really annoying. That guy would just not let me get my drug packets in no matter what I tried. But we're gonna grab another load of 4 here. We're only able to get 2 of them done so far, but thankfully it's gone off without a hitch, and otherwise, sorry, I couldn't speak properly there for a second. Very nice, honestly, that we got this double window thing. Usually it's a lot more annoying to even get to your location in this section, and we did see the grunt there, so it would be nice if we could get some of these done. Obviously, I have so far completely avoided using... He's gonna see me again. I don't even think I have enough time with Henrietta being here, let alone the grunt. Although he didn't, for some reason, spot me that time. He's gonna do parkour over that. But now, since I'm almost done, I am gonna go through the gate to make it quicker. And we do still need posters. I know there's that one poster that we didn't end up grabbing yet. And yeah, I mean, see, so Sector A really does make coil a non-factor. B is similarly not too bad, but I don't find avoiding coil in this area hard anyway, regardless of sector, so... Yeah, that's why I said I kind of don't like Sector A. And again, we're going to go through. We have even one to spare for our exit strategy. Grab this. Of course, this trial shares the symptom with, or not the symptom, I don't know what word I'm really looking for, but it shares the annoyance with Release the Prisoners of being really a pain for secondaries. Okay, we've got... Oh my god. I feel like with how long it takes to put them in, we're going to be able to do like 1 per lap here. And then if this guy sees us, it's just like completely off. And we only need 4 more, but this is a pain in the ass. Okay, that'll be enough time to get 1. Calm down, Henrietta, calm down. Don't need to kill everyone. Not sure where bro has gone. We can get 1 more in here. 2 more to go. So yeah, I would say, whoa. Did not expect her to do that. That's probably slower than her walking around, honestly. Some of the vaulting animations, especially for like prime assets and larger X-pop, are like super slow. I didn't even know she could vault that. That was like a surprise to me. And that time she didn't even go for it. Maybe she realized it was slow. She was like, damn, that was tough. I couldn't do that very fast. Okay, so maybe it was just enrage that really made this grunt a menace, but it felt like he was much less present than I would have expected. But I'm not going to complain, definitely. But now we still need to go look for 2 more posters, which is very annoying. I guess I'll go to other sectors to look for them. Important to not press the button to end the trial, because that does start the shuttle timer in a very strange application of that mechanic. I guess we'll just run straight through into B. The nice thing is we can fairly carelessly and freely use the number gates to search for the secondaries. It's better and worse than Release the Prisoners in a few ways. Well, I guess not really a few ways, but just... Oh, there's the other poster, W. Like, basically, obviously, Release the Prisoners has the co-op doors between the areas that you can use. Let me just... Okay. Release the Prisoners has the co-op doors between the areas that you can use to more easily navigate between them. Whereas this trial doesn't have those, but then doesn't have the lever gates, which make getting into them more annoying on Release the Prisoners. Of course, the fact that the shuttle's open makes the ending much easier, completely free in most cases, so we will take that. Not too bad, really. A+, 8 minutes, 44 seconds, season Narcotics, Jaeger Onboarding, Psychosurgery here, and... Oh, we triggered... Oh, right, we triggered a sound trap just briefly when... I think when that giant almost hit me, if I remember right. But still, overall, pretty solid completion there. Time definitely could have been much worse if that grunt had been more persistent at the drop-off point, but thankfully that was not the case. So we're going to head back to sleep room, and I'll see you guys at the next one. All right, we are here now at the courthouse for Destroy the Evidence. So, yeah, this should be a rootin' tootin' good time, I'm sure. Unfortunately, no stamina booster. Also, I think I mentioned... this is a problem with recording these videos on different days, but it'll tend to happen with 9 trial events generally. I might have said this in the introductory clip, but strangely only limited items 1 is on this psychosurgery instead of limited items 2, which is what is usually present when there is limited items. I don't know why that is. I'm actually curious if intensive has limited items. I'll have to check that in between trials here to see, because yeah, usually intensive has limited items 1 and maybe sometimes like limited hide spots. But then you have limited items 2 on Psycho. Looks like Jaeger wasn't happy with her position and decided to leave and re-enter. But still not super close by. Oh, well, honestly, that's... Where is she? She's not going to try and grab me, is she? That would be silly. She was. Yo, stop! Yeah, you're a psycho. Bro, where she turns around from is insane. Like, I was here and she had already turned around. It's super annoying. But, regardless, this gate will be open and lead to the middle. One of the best things you can do for this trial is just learn the gate rotation for the courtroom itself. You don't have to know which gate is open at all times, but it goes far right, middle, far left for which doors will be open leading into the courtroom, and that is obviously very helpful in getting the acid in there. And the gates also rotate about every 2 minutes, which can help you plan things a little bit. That's annoying. Yeah, you're gonna be annoying. Buckets of shit, I know. Okay, he went back. Hope we don't meet Jaeger coming the other way. One more poster. Okay, we got the bucket. I don't know where she is, so this is a little bit awkward. Oh, W, third poster. Okay, she just broke through the co-op door. No. Dude, we just got so hosed by that gate swap. We're just like totally boxed in here. You gotta go this way, actually. Oh, we could have brought the... No, we couldn't have. This is actually closed. This is open over here, though. If we do the full loop back, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just get hosed by the gates, bro. You really do. I mean, even if you know more. This is open, so now we can go and get this acid, but that... We basically made no progress with that library acid at the end of that whole thing, so that's a shame. Still need 5 more adrenaline uses to unlock part 2 tasks. I should be more vigilant at keeping an eye out for adrenaline sticks. It'd be nice to get those unlocked, see what they are. Obviously before I finish my coverage of the event, because there's no part 2 of the event. Speaking of which, here we have... yeah, there's no part 2 of the event, but there are part 2 tasks. This is just a bit annoying, but hey, we can experience the effect of adrenaline another time for ourselves. You can, like, adrenaline run with the acid. My dude is asleep at the wheel in ways I did not believe were possible. I don't know where Henrietta is. I just heard her, but she's gone. And now we can get in here for free.
God can forgive whoever he wants.
There used to be a funny glitch you could do. I haven't tried to do it in a while. Actually, it might have... I might have had it happen to me for the first time on my coverage of Jaeger Onboarding in its original run, where like you went up there and then jumped over the railing and Henrietta would follow you up, and then she had a chance to get stuck on that desk that's you know, this desk right here. She could get stuck on there and not be able to get off, which was funny and helpful. Obviously she's here to annoy me. Gotta be careful. I think Coil went out this way. We do want the gates to swap one more time to make the last acid easier to bring in, because that was the ideal. That was where I was headed before it swapped on me when I was working on that acid. I don't know where Coil is. He is there. We'll keep him there a bit longer while we pour this acid. And that will be 2 out of 3. Yeah, he's way in the... He's right there. Miles away. So we do want the thing to swap now. That is our hope. We can try and see if this glitch will happen. Oh, she's going that way. That's odd. Maybe she'll jump back over and land on the desk? I don't know. I assume it was patched. I don't know. I haven't tried to reproduce it or seen anyone try to reproduce it. Not sure how I'm going to avoid Henrietta here exactly. I guess just through this thing. This screamer is awfully annoying. Okay, so we've got the bucket inside of the courtroom. I'm not very confident in having enough time to pour it, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because fuck it. And I mainly did that because I know I have evasive, and I can get away afterwards. I'm always afraid of saying that while I'm still in the evasive grab. What a stupid way to get a demerit. That was very dumb, just running straight over mine. But, yeah, I've had quite a few times where I'm in an evasive grab and I say something like, "Evasive, thank you," and then I get stuck in place and can't move after it triggering, and I get stabbed or you know, grabbed or something again. Anyway. But I'd like to think that those issues have been fixed, especially with the advent of Invasion, where people were getting stuck after getting stabbed and breaking out of it. They definitely fixed that, so I hope that, like, Evasive wasn't a side effect fix of that. But anyways, that's going to do it for this trial. Pretty easy and smooth, except for that stupid mine I ran on top of for no reason, but hey. Never gonna get a flawless, I guess. I'm just not skilled enough. But that is destroy the evidence completed with A+, 9 minutes 39 seconds. Destroy the evidence. Jaeger onboarding psychosurgery. I'll take it. Lost sanity one time. Not too bad. I know that trial is also pretty divisive, similar to Season Narcotics, but definitely one that comes much more easily with experience. You can still get screwed by the gates sometimes, though. There's just no avoiding that on occasion. Next up, we are here on Fumigate the Factory, so should be interesting. I'm still not super experienced with the red side of this, but I can imagine Jaeger being pretty annoying, to be honest with you, so hopefully we can mitigate that. But hey, we've experienced the effect of adrenaline 25 times, even though I swear I was at 22 out of 25 after the completion of the last trial, and I immediately loaded into this trial, so I don't know what happened there, or if I misread somehow, or if it bugged, but regardless, I will take it. There should be a valve in here because the pipe in the ground went to the right. So yeah, I will take that for sure. Okay, the goose is here, sadly. One thing that's nice to do is that, so you can run past the hiding spot and they will come out even though they're slow. While they're coming out, you can run past anyway, so it's fine. Did we get the little bitch room? Yeah, of course, and the window is blocked also, of course. Oh wait, what? Yeah, little bitch room. This place sucks. That was probably not worth it, I'm not gonna lie. I most likely should not have done that. This leads to the bathroom. We don't even want to go in there, so forget it. Only way for Henrietta to get in here is actually go break the co-op door, which is kind of funny. Okay, so this should either be in this room or the electrical room. We don't need adrenaline anymore. It's in here. Henrietta can only get in by breaking the window, which she's going to do. We can maybe lead her back here. She got further into the room with her jump than I expected there. Almost caught me off guard. I thought I could go for one more little turn, but Gooseberry was in hot pursuit as well, so probably for the best. This is actually a pretty good place for her to be lured, because then we can go through the crawl space and avoid her. Okay. Gooseberry is right there. But we're not going to have enough time to finish this anyway. Just kidding, we do have time to finish it. Who am I kidding? I think we can leave this way, right? Yes. Okay. So pretty smooth green section there. Let's see how things go in red. Could be right here, but no luck. There it is right over there. I'm not sure who is actually hearing me. I hear the grunt. Okay, the window was not available, which was the key to my greed, that window. And now we can pretty quickly go check the far rooms. I feel like it's never in this room. Yeah. And it'd be annoying to be in this room, because then Henrietta can just break the co-op door. But this isn't... Oh, it is much better since she has to go all the way around. Is it in here? Oh yeah, Henrietta's not going to be able to get anywhere near this. This one's crazy. It's like... got that blocked thing, and then this is padlocked. Like, this is an easy full turn. And now we just need the outside one, and we're done. She did still smash the co-op door, I believe. Okay, I thought I might have to get in the hiding spot quickly to reset my account, or my toxic gas thing, but I do not. Maybe we can just go immediately do this. Oh, it is probably... well... Oh, that's not good for my timing. But she will also at least have to make this trek. Is it not even up here? Oh, okay. Is the Berserker gonna come all the way around? She's gotta be here, right? Wow, she's a lot slower than... Oh, she's leaving because we're at the end too. So she might have been closer, but we finished the turning and then she left. Yeah, that's why. And we can just take this straight shot out and hit the button and we're pretty much done. I don't think she will come back out in time to be a problem. So, I mean, this overall went quite smoothly. The red section was a lot easier than it usually is because our full turning of that one valve baited the grunt so far away that he wasn't even able to come back and defend. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I kind of trolled by hard peeking, but I thought she would come out in the little train car like she usually does. Let's give her a little heyo. Boy, a lot of posters were available on this trial. And yeah, we're good. It does get a little close there with the potential for taking damage from the gas at the end, but all good. A plus 6 minutes 30 seconds to Fumigate the Factory, Jaeger Onboarding, Psychosurgery. Yeah, overall solid, flawless completion. I'll definitely take that. We also completed our tasks, so I'm going to quickly continue this clip on until we get back and can check what the part 2 tasks are looking like. I'm curious. If it is complete 18, or even if there's even a complete Trials of the Special Therapy in it, that would be surprising to me, because 9 is the most there is, or like is all there is. Unless they just reran the same tasks from the original run of Jaeger Onboarding, I would have to go back and look at those, to be honest, but I don't know. So we got the adrenaline thing, even though I'm not sure we did. And yeah, I already have that poster, so we don't get it again. We've got 15 trials is in here too. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you want to complete 100% of these tasks, you got to do a lot of the Jaeger Onboarding. 24 trial completions at most, but depending on how many trials it takes you to get the part 2 unlocked, you could overlap them. Like I can overlap 3 right now. Score A plus in 3, that's not bad. Dodge door traps 15 times. Interesting, I don't recall seeing that before. Complete a trial with the special therapy without using any medical items. Complete a trial without ever running out of stamina. Complete a trial without using any hiding spots. Okay, I'm going to try and do all of these in one. That's not really that big of an ask, to be honest. What's the trial for it? Traffic the Product. Well, I take back what I said. Completing it without ever running out of stamina is a little bit difficult, but we'll do our best. Going to head over there now, and I'll see you guys when we arrive. All right, we are going to head in for Traffic the Product. I don't see Jaeger being a huge deal on this trial. Stamina booster is very good and can potentially contribute to us actually completing that challenge, although it's possible this counts as a medical item, in which case, oh well, I guess I'm gonna use it. I mean, it's there for my use. Why would I not? Check for posters really quick. Usually there is one in here, but that's mostly on spread, I guess. And then let's do this part. This is always really annoying when this takes place, I find. This giant just coming out at this time, I often find a pain in the ass. We have community center, obviously, fire station, motel, and sex shop. Okay. See, now part of the problem is Franco comes out immediately. And we don't want to get shot by Franco. We definitely don't want to get shot by him. We got the downstairs motel one. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you. You're slow about it, but you're doing it. So that's what counts. Watch over that trap. Franco's up there. Poster. Numero uno. And we can get in here and drop off our first package. You're sounding good right now, lady. Grab that. Oh, I am a peach. Thank you. And this we can obviously just bring straight to the drop-off point. Hopefully Franco isn't still around, but is that a screamer? Okay, I don't see him, so we're gonna take our moment here to drop off the first briefcase of money, and then I'll go this way to more easily get back to the cart, because we still need to go sex shop and fire station, I think is what the other two were. And we still have a packet of or a briefcase of money on that cart from the tutorial. I'll tell you what the scariest part is of this trial, though, is the ending can be quite bad. I mean, you have this caged in area with very little cover, and then you have Franco and the giant after you. And also, of course, Jaeger will be there as well. We can actually use the cart to our advantage here to block her. And make sure we don't run out of stamina. Just want to get that task done. And I mean, it would be nice to push it further, but since we've already run this all this way, I mean, and with Jaeger being around, we'll probably just run the last packet to the fire station as well. I'm generally not a big cart user for this trial. It's often a pain to push it around. I'm just gonna, I don't want to deal with you. I do need one more poster. Could be out in the back of this alleyway. Can check there before we go grab the money. But yeah, I've struggled to record this a little bit because I've been like too worried about the camera and everything being different. So I hope it's not too big of a deal or too much issue, or maybe even it's a good change. The unmirroring in particular was, or still is, a bit jarring to me. So hopefully it's less of a big deal to people watching. I don't know. I was also debating on how wide the camera should be for this new view. I think I've got it at a pretty good point now. Previously, sorry, I'm just going to listen here for a second for Franco. Previously, my camera was mounted on top of one of my monitors, you know, it was kind of like that traditional webcam where it was just like, you know, right on top of a monitor. And it was on the opposite side of, it was like on the other monitor over there. Like I have two monitors, game was on this monitor, chat and other things are on that monitor. She jumped? No. And so now the camera was over there and it's now right there, so that's a bit of a difference. Maybe I should have kept it where it is, but like it needs to be here for the right angle on the stuff on the wall, potentially. I don't know. I might experiment with the camera position and other things about it on my live stream on Saturday, because then I can get like live feedback from the people watching the stream and then maybe settle on the best position. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it all and it doesn't really even matter that much. Probably. But hey. Just throw that so we can have the chance to run and get over here more quickly. Fire station, one of the most annoying locations in both Spread the Disease and this trial, because you have to do the garage door to get in here with the drug packet. But it's our last drug packet drop off, so that is nice. And we can actually, we can't jump out this window without taking damage, but we can peek out to see if Franco has ventured over here. I hope we have enough time for this. We might not, actually. Okay, Franco shot at me, so I'm not gonna do that. It's pretty annoying. I didn't see him, but I also didn't really get to look very closely out the window. This is what I hate about these garage doors in solo, because now I have to wait for like a while for him to actually like go away too, you know, because they'll just keep getting reattracted by the garage and you know, repeating the cycle of trying to grab you. So hopefully he didn't. Okay, he's going. Well, he's turning around in annoying ways, and I can't ping him because there's a window, and I didn't see where he went because I turned my night vision on. Hope. We just have to hope. What the actual fuck was that? Hello? What? I touched the garage with my pinky finger and Franco double shot me through the door, basically. Like, what, you're trying to tell me he shot me in the big toe twice through this much of a crack or something? That is some of the most bullshit damage I've ever taken in this game. What in the world was that? Oh my god. I have to go back and watch that. Maybe even before the next trial. What the hell? Like, I was just gambling on the fact that he went the opposite direction from me, but I thought at worst I would have to waste some more time and redo. Like, if he... I'm completely baffled by that. What the hell was that, man? He's still fucking here. Fuck this. This is so stupid. This garage door change is such a sandbag for solo, bro. And yes, okay, I know the change was a long time ago, but still. It's just so annoying in solo. Now, truthfully, it did not make much sense that the enemies would maybe just come over to the garage and stand there while you lifted it, or not even hear it, I guess, from the opposite side. But still, I mean, are we kidding? Oh, and I didn't even realize I used medical items regardless, so even if the other thing didn't count, the stamina booster, then we're still not getting that, so... Sorry, but the bullshittery really threw off my focus of any challenges I was thinking about. Jaeger also not helpful in that she's loud as fuck. So I can't hear Franco, but he's gone now. He went that way. And now we have to deal with this annoying guy instead. Who's gonna go camp my drop-off point? I can just run up behind him, drop this, and go get the other one. Since we do still have one more upstairs. And now, quite unfortunately, we're not gonna have our stun for the end. Unless that... Nope, that's not locked. This worked out fairly nicely though. The guy walked all the way away. So we can just drop both of these and be done. I would love a rig recharger for this ending, just to be safe. What are you doing over there? That's also not locked. So that is not good. We can check here, maybe. This is also my general preferred angle to take on this ending. Fuck. I never get that right. Oh, I can actually grab that. Whoa. Henrietta's smashing the place up, bro. What's her problem? Okay, I mean, this is bad still. This is... Okay. I don't know where Frank... No. Bad. That is locked. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. This ending, I'm telling you, this guy's persistent, isn't he? He's a persistent one. Give him a raise. Where's Henrietta? Is she right here? Please be in the community center. We might be good. I think he's searching a locker in there. Lag? Okay. I think we're okay here. I don't know what happened to Henrietta. She got like tangled up in the motel somehow. But yeah, get me out of there. What was that damage through the garage door, bro? Have you ever seen such a thing? I cannot believe that. We did get no hiding spot, and we didn't run out of stamina at least, so those are done. A plus 13 minutes, 14 seconds, Traffic the Product, Jaeger Onboarding Psychosurgery, and yeah, it'll just count for 1 damage on the grade thing, obviously because of the, well, I guess just the way it works. He damaged me twice very quickly back to back, so it would only count as 1 total, but that was insane. I don't know. We've got 2 MKs to go. I'll see you guys for the next one. Okay, we are here for Disrupt the Neighborhood, one of the hardest MKs in the game currently, so this should be an interesting time. Seems like it'll probably be a bit of RNG on how impactful the Jaeger would be. Just like, do we get lucky with our symbols or whatnot? Bunny Heart Club to start things off. Don't get bashed by the potential crackhead right there. And we did get a stamina booster again, so I feel I just must use it, regardless of if it does count as a medical item. You know, I just want that thing to be juicing my speed and giving me more, you know, stamina to use. Let's see how quickly we can run over and do the first generator. That's Jaeger already? No, that's bad, whatever that is. Diamond, Spade, Moon, I think. That was Franco who came out instantly like that? Brother. That's Bunny. Oh my god. Club. So we actually know... This is bad. Okay, actually this is good. We know that the last radio on that set of 3 is one of the ones we need, because it's 2-1 or 1-2. So we can just ignore that last one. I don't even know where it is because the wires were all weird in that one house. And we can potentially just go for this generator. Okay, so we know which all the radios are that we need. We just don't know what order. Fuck you. This is second. That's Spade. And this is Diamond, which is first. Okay, a bit of chaos, for sure, but we have somehow done okay. We just need to find this last radio, which I thought was going to be in this bedroom, but it's not. It must be in one of these back rooms, yeah. So this should, based on the process of elimination, be our final radio. And then we can move into the school segment. Yep. So that is very good. Let's just immediately run for that. And I usually try to just instantly pull this ripcord and find the radio symbols that it relates to. Okay, one of them's way far down the hallway, which is bad. But 2 of them, see, you can pick one generator to only find 2 of the 3. Okay. Franco just starts screeching like a freak. Oh, she went that way. I thought she would go this way. Ooh. It was very bad. I'll be the first to admit that. How this has worked out for me, I do not know. But I will not complain. That's really annoying. So that pretty much solidifies in me only finding 2 of the 3 on this generator. Although, to be honest, without a pain... How did you see me? You were looking in a chest. To be honest, without painting the radios, I don't really remember which ones I even found. So that isn't good. I think we can crank. There's one in the bathroom, which is very sad due to the window blockage. He'll swing and we can get inside. No, she swung on me, dude. That's so annoying. And I didn't even look at the fucking things. I didn't even look at the symbols. Bro, what's the point of bringing evasive if she's just gonna fucking throw a haymaker at me anyway? Okay, we actually found this symbol instead of the other one. But again, I don't even know where. I don't know. Why did I even disarm that? Oh, I had a daily. Maybe I subconsciously knew. Also, this is a safe room from the Jaeger. Only entrance is a crawl space, so that's, you know, a thing. We have to go back out. I didn't even open the barred door. I didn't do shit. I've really not set myself up well here. After what was honestly a pretty well done first section, it's a shame. Moon, heart, bunny. Of course, this is blocked. This would be so nice to get her to open, but that seems really difficult. Okay, that's the one I didn't identify. I think Bunny was in the bathroom. What was this? Diamond. It's Moonheart Bunny. Give her a second to realize I'm inaccessible, then she'll leave. That's heart. I think this was club. Fuck you, fucking goddamn Franco, dude. God, so annoying. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna do this, and if it kills me, it kills me. I think it's this, but I don't know. Yeah, it's wrong. Okay, so that's a fail. Yeah, I don't know. What even happened? The Jaeger slapping me definitely was bad. And then just Franco being Franco. But hey, tough MK. We'll be back for the next attempt. Alright, pulling back up. Honestly, it's been quite a while since I've had, or I guess, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I've had an actual fail in the middle of one of these event runs. Not saying I'm like smashing out flawlesses or anything, but I've definitely gotten a lot more consistent with these A+. But I mean, if anything was going to get me to have to do a restart, it would be disrupt the neighborhood with the Jaeger. Okay, club, spade, bunny. I was quite happy with how I played the first section here in the neighborhood itself, and was kind of trying to go for a quick completion time at that point, and I, you know, didn't play very well in the school section is what happened at the end of the day. But still, you know, yeah, you can't be losing focus on this MK. And also, I guess I miscalculated the exact stuff for the radios. I don't know. I didn't get to see that. Heart Bunny Club. Okay, let's try this out then. That's Moon, which is useless. I'll open this just for the dodge door traps task, and I'm rewarded with a poster and the task's completion, so that will set off the screamer, which I'd like to avoid. Heart Bunny Club, is this... Okay, that's Bunny. I'm not 100% sure where the other radio is. Oh, he actually saw me. This is crazy cringe. Please be open. He was reloading, so I figured I would have time to do that. Wow, that's an insane blocked door. It's Heart Bunny Club, right? I mean, we can't find any of the ones we need. Everything's blocked or locked, of course. There's club. Is this heart? Please, man. No, that's spade. So that means heart is the third one attached to this generator, which I don't know where it is. In here? Yeah, it's this. Dude, I hate slide. Of course it makes me hit those cans with like my head or something. Club was in here, right? So again, fairly happy with that, despite the unfortunate cans. You just spawn in, you fucking cheater! He just spawns in, bro, like right at the generator. Fuck off. I'm screwed, basically. Oh my god, that is... He doesn't even go in the room. He just knows I'm out in the hallway. And this door's blocked off. Oh my god. Go fuck yourself, Franco. I'm sure he'll hit me again here somehow. Oh my god, that's so annoying, dude, that he spawned in right there. He shoots me again off of air, bro. Really? Surprised he didn't shoot me again. Surprised he didn't whip around and shoot me from in the kitchen there. Nice slide. Slide's really good, guys. I'm really enjoying the usage and the ability and the workingness. Okay, let's see what are our symbols at least. Bunny, heart, spade. Okay. Please just be bunny. Okay, that's spade. Not as good. And yeah, this one they like tuck in the back so you can't see it. Honestly, I don't remember what we found already. So I was too busy getting shot in the face. Bitch. What are you searching shit for? Hello? It's on the back? Club. Wait, it's in here, isn't it? Can we quickly check it? Moon. So bunny, heart are on the other two, are on the other generator. What do I even do here? Dude. I have to wait for this screamer to bash in the door now. This is diamond, isn't it?
There. Let's get this done.
And this is hard, of course. So the third one is bunny. It has to be, because we've checked all the other radios. This time it's not gonna zap me. You can get in from here, right? It's this one. And heart's there, spade is in the bathroom. She's gonna jump that, right? Yeah. So spade being in the bathroom is good because that's at the end, but I don't even know if we still have the A+. Depends on how much all that fucking Franco damage counted for. Not dealing with screamers, don't care. Just spade left. And this is blocked, if I remember right, so. Oh, that's good, that's good. Can I actually slide? Thank you. Oh, that's good also. Never mind, it's not. So then we just dip immediately. We don't have to worry about Franco being here. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I should be taking it slower, I guess, but that's usually your best bet on this trial. Is like right once you have access to an area, you just like go in there and try and instantly pull one of the generators before any enemies spawn in. But of course, Franco spawns in right in that hallway. I don't know. Maybe a misplay by me, but I don't even get the A+. How many damage did it count for? 3 damage, 1 sound trap. Man, really? Well, see you for the next run. Okay, let's try this again. I mean, damn. Definitely being foolish at times, but I feel like I've also gotten at least a little bit unlucky in certain situations. I mean, Franco just spawning on me like that definitely just tilted me, and I definitely tried to do some close plays as a result. Heart Moon Bunny. But I really don't know how he shot me while I was in the dark room. Like, I was in the light, but... And then I went out that other room, and he was not going into the room, and instead somehow shot me coming out of the room. I don't know. I'm just coping, really. It's just skill issue, but... Man, Franco is just about the biggest bitch in the world, isn't he? Bunny, crackhead, I don't want you to slap me, please. So, okay, let's try this once again, folks. And of course, Franco's spawning in this terrible spot. Because he has to instantly spawn, I guess. Heart Bunny Club. That's Spade. And that's Moon. So we know that the other radio on this set is one of ours. This is like never open, yeah. Okay. What are you doing there? Okay. I don't even remember the actual symbols, brother. Heart Bunny Club. So club is that one, which is the last one, which sucks. Since it's so far into the area. At least we got the posters. Okay, love that. I honestly, like, I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I feel like screamers and pouncers maybe even shouldn't just be able to smack you as they're running around in a blind panic. I don't know. It's never like a huge problem, but when it happens, it just often feels like bullshit and is annoying. I don't know. Bunny, Moon, Spade. So, yeah, just always tends to piss me off when it happens, and, you know, just gives me more to cope about, I guess, but still. Hello, Spade. Let's hope we can get it this time, because I'm starting to get tired of this trial. And I'm starting to get tired of dealing with Henrietta in general, constantly. Let's see, Diamond Bunny Club. Bunny's here. Dude. Why are you set off? What is this dog shit map generation? And this is padlocked. Lovely. Oh my fucking god, of course Franco's right there. I mean, part of the problem with what's been going on in these attempts is, I mean, I'm trying to go quickly because I want to get this done. And Heart Bunny Moon. If you, I don't even know if you could say if you get bad luck. Like, if you don't get if you're not fairly fortunate, then this trial will just punish being, you know, reckless, I guess. I don't know. Franco's a bitch. Let's just leave it at that. Like, I saw him going the other direction, so I did not think he would be right back there already. And that door was padlocked. I mean, that was just a horrible situation to be in. And there was a poster there, but I'm not going to bother grabbing it. We have Club Spade Heart. Did he go in the house? Oh, that's the giant. I don't know what's true anymore. Okay. That's diamond. And there's actually one in this room too. Ugh. And it's fucking blocked in. Okay. It's Club Spade Heart, by the way. Surprised you didn't shoot me there. Really surprised. Of course, why would the giant not be right there? Of course, this is blocked. How is everything always blocked? I want you to show me something. Okay. Why do I feel like Unreliable Doors has been doing ridiculous amounts of work in this event in particular? Probably because I have Evasive and not Smash. Question answered. Although I've used evasive to effect like once. So that certainly has not been a convincing choice, although it is a good failsafe. I'm not bothering to go out into that and just run to the school because I'll probably get shot by Franco, but he should be moving to the school now, be it through his prior preferred method of teleportation or walking. We have all the posters and we can move into the school section now. And honestly, you know what might be a good idea? Instead of insta-pulling that, would maybe be to try and... Yeah, this should work. She should come open this for me, which I think will be beneficial. Although she'll be pretty slow about it, and I maybe would have been better off trying to actually just do an instant pull on the generator, given how nobody heard me smash that window, of course, but how am I to know if Franco's going to spawn out of thin air and ruin my day? Boy, she was further behind than I anticipated. I hope she didn't despawn, but I think she would have respawned by now. I think she should... There she is. Goodness, Henrietta, you took your time getting over here. Thank you for opening this. Very nice of you. What are you doing? Since when does that giant even go up that far? Okay, I don't see him. Wow, that needs to go. Okay, diamond here. Do not step on that mine, you dumbass. Oh, yeah, I had already assumed that that guy had seen me. I just kept running. What is that? I don't know how that door close worked out, but it did, thank God. What is that spawn, bro? It's like on the other side of the window. Yeah. Had to go for one of those. Why am I grabbing posters when I have them all? Oh, that is just a treat, isn't it? And this is fucking padlocked. Bro, give me a lockpick in here, please. No, why would it actually give me a lockpick in here when I need it? Just bring her back into here. Yeah, that's great, Henrietta. That's fantastic. Thought I saw Franco go the other way, right? Club, spade, heart. So, spade, heart. Hello? Did the wire not go into here? guess it turned down the hallway and I didn't see that somehow. Okay, I'll be the first to admit that that was incredibly greedy. Biblical greed, as they say. It's heart, right? The last one. Of course. Go this way. And then turn around when I'm over here. Oh, he didn't. He knew I called him out, probably. Watch this be wrong, and I've like got them mixed up in my head somehow. Thank God. Now, I did not open the bar. I did not open the bar door, I don't think. So... Oh, that's a double. That's a twofer. And get me the fuck out of here. Nope. You're not going off, pal. No, sir. Okay. I should not have greeted like that in the music room, but I don't know. I just thought I had it. I thought I had it, cash money in the bank. And you know, turns out I did that time. But there's no taking that one away from me. That is A+ in 10 minutes, 21 seconds. Disrupt the neighborhood Jaeger Onboarding Psychosurgery. And we got a couple of more tasks done there, and that was a flawless, so I will take that definitely after that. Somewhat surprising struggle. I mean, it's a very difficult MK, definitely. So I'm not that surprised that I had some slip-ups. I mean, there was basically, well, there was two that I had, you know, one that I completed that was just an A, and then one that was deep that I died on. But there was a couple of attempts in there that were kind of just throwaway early mess ups. So I don't know. Still took me quite a few, and is you know, it's a rare time at these days where I end up in that situation on one of these. But hey, maybe I'm just washed, and that's the proof. But we can actually complete this last thing with the A+ here, so I will happily do that, and then definitely not do this one. So we're off to the final trial, which is the other new MK, Fabricate the Scandal. I'll see you guys there. Okay, we are here for the 6th and final MK, 9th and final trial of this flashback therapy, and it's Fabricate the Scandal here on the shopping mall, which also came out with Season 5 Project Messiah alongside Despoil the Auction and Season Narcotics. So, should have a good time here. This trial is a bit of a, you know, it's a middle of the road one for me. I do need to do a tier list at some point. I gotta be honest, but it can be annoying sometimes if you bring a mannequin and, you know, it's not the correct one, but I've started just going to the store and checking, so we can check Spatlin and musical instruments, and then we'll know where all three are, and that's generally been a preferable strategy to me than bringing in mannequin and hoping. So I'll usually bring one down to the bottom of the stairs here with me. By the way, guys, these gates just simply are impossible to have opened. It's not bad luck, it's just facts. But we're going to go through and then just check them. It is annoying to me that you can only cross over on that side. Like, you can't go through like where the bathrooms are to get to this section of the mall. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. Need to be careful to look out for posters while we're here. But yeah, here we go. Musical instruments is double blocked, so that's annoying, but it has the red mannequin inside, so we know that that's where she needs to go. And then we'll go up to the top floor of Spatlin, because that is also blocked off. And this needs the green mannequin. So had we schlepped the blue mannequin that I originally chose to these two locations, we would have been sorely disappointed in the results. So that right there very quickly and efficiently shows why I have adopted this strategy. But yeah, we're gonna go back and grab the mannequin that I did bring down, and then she needs to go to the only other location, which is over there somewhere. Of course, the Night Hunter populates this middle area, just like on Investigate. And of course, both shutters are blocked on this side as well. Okay, I mean, I'll drop the ruse for a moment, just to say, obviously I know that these can be open. I've seen them open in Escalation, but surely it is at least true that either they're both closed or neither of them is closed. Because there's no way all four of them have been blocked like that multiple times, right? Like, come on. Is this the right store? I don't know which store I'm going to. It must be, right? Lights on means it's... Who are you even, bro? Leave me alone. Trying to take some scandalous photographs of Aurora. Thanks. Or does it mean that? And of course, this guy turns around. Because the AI is just fucking annoying. It's actually here, right next to a pouncer. And now Henrietta has come to ruin things, and this guy is still annoying. But somehow doesn't see me right there. Standing in the plain view. Luckily the screamer gets set off right as I leave his radius. And Henrietta's there, which is perfect. Gives us a golden opportunity to slip in here and get our photograph. Gotta make sure you pose for the photograph as well. You don't want to be rude. Photographers are putting in their valuable time here. I could have jumped the counter, but a little bit riskier than just doing a lap, you know? Okay, now we need to go grab...
How dare you touch us?
Sorry, you were in my way. Okay, so we need to go... I think red was the musical instruments, so I'll grab red first. I've gone too far. My mistake. So red is musical instruments, and then upstairs Spatlin is the green one. So hopefully we can get over here without any trouble. Night Hunter. Night Hunter definitely more of a menace on Investigate the Minotaur than this trial. I think that is easily the truth. Okay, this is open, so we can just scoot straight on through. And we need to go through the back to get into the instruments since it's blocked. That's poster number 2. I have not been paying close attention to the posters. Almost forgot about them. Thankfully, that one reminded me. We do need one more, though. The back halls tend to be fairly decent for them, but looks like no luck otherwise. Could be one in the store somewhere. We can at least get our picture. Okay, let's grab that. And now we just need to go back and get the last one. Poster. Oh, hello. Where could there be a poster? I don't really know. Surprised I haven't found them yet. I don't recall often struggling with posters on this map in general, the shopping mall. Trying to listen out for the twins as well. They might have meandered over to this side by... No, they're right there. Okay, that is my fault for being impatient. I thought they would have been far enough away to not. I fucking hate the crackheads, bro. Are you serious? What a stupid damage. Whatever. Of course, like, and the only reason I even went around that side of the bench was in case the twins were chasing me up until I get out of their line of sight. That's just, isn't it just? It's just. Maybe we can find a poster back here somewhere. Maybe in here, I don't really know. Isn't there a co-op door here? Yeah. Maybe back here is a pouncer. What if there's one right around this corner? No, wasting my time. I'm wasting my time. What was that noise? What? Am I tripping? Okay, hopefully twins are elsewhere. How we're gonna, I guess Spatlin is a... Twins are like on the other side of this wall. Spatlin's a pretty big place. Maybe we can find one upstairs in Spatlin. But yeah, like I would think there would be one in these vast hallways of nothingness, but no. Okay, let's head upstairs. Annoying that the bottom entrance isn't available because that puts us a much more high likelihood of meeting the giant. Let's place our mannequin and get our photo. And I guess I'll check this area for posters. Okay. Well, that was a shorter search than I expected, but I will not complain, most definitely. So now we just need to go back, place them, and we are done. The 1 damage from the stray crackhead swing should not sufficiently reduce our grade that we don't get the A+. But we do got to be careful here at the end. I am stunless against the twins who have that range. I don't actually know if... Are they up here already? Do they know? Yes. But I caught them when they were like in that corner, like perfectly, so it just worked out exactly in my favor.
Everybody hates the poor, especially the poor.
You know, it's good this rack of dresses is solid to their vision.
They have no right to judge us.
None whatsoever. Even if there's...
Had to give him a little love tap on the way out, of course. But that should be it. Yeah, we got the tasks done as well. A plus 10 minutes, 27 seconds, Fabricate the Scandal, Jaeger Onboarding, Psychosurgery here. So I think definitely the check first, bring mannequins later strat is more enjoyable in solo at least, as opposed to lugging one the entire way. As far as thoughts on the event itself, I think it is a good one for them to have brought back. I'm definitely glad it's only 1 week long and not going to be like 2 parts or something. Jaeger's an interesting enemy. I mean, she definitely changes things a lot. You can't hide in one spot anymore at all. You know, you have to be mostly constantly on the move or take her far away and come back and do things. And she definitely adds a, you know, it's a worthy event to bring back. I mentioned this before, but it's more worthy than something like Bambino. Even though Franco's an impactful enemy, it's just not quite the same as the Jaeger Variator. But that said, I'm definitely... You know, I'm happy I'm done with it because it does get a bit old at times, especially, you know, it didn't feel that bad to do on Despoil the Auction finale this time around because it was new and also because I was learning about what Lilia was up to. But, you know, it can be really annoying, like on the politician a little bit, like you have to just bring her away and She's fast-ish, which can mess you up at times, but she's super slow when you're just trying to lure her somewhere. So that can get a bit old in solo, I guess. But overall, I mean, good event, good rerun. To be honest, I don't know the order of these, so I'm not sure what next week is. But this weekend, I should also be releasing my Orphanage Overexplained. I already did the police station. If you missed that, check that out. Also check out my critique if you missed it. But after Orphanage Overexplained, the next video will be for the upcoming next Flashback event. And then after that, we'll see. But I'll also be streaming this Saturday during the day if you'd like to tune in. Probably continuing my solo escalation, no loadout, no revives. Trying to get to like a 50 run on that. And then maybe I'll go back to the big run that we unfortunately did lose. If you missed that, had the 3,443 escalation peak where we died and lost the run in an extremely unfortunate series of events, to be honest. But anyways, I'm going to stop yapping and wrap this video up. I think I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. Again, do let me know what you think about the new layout. Is it look whack as hell? Is the camera too small, too big? I don't know. There's things I can tweak if needed. Big shout out to my partner Charlie for buying me this sign for my background as well as the posters and framing them. So yeah, definitely a sweet setup. I might get like a shelf or something for like below the posters that I'll put stuff on too. So it's a work in progress, but I'm happy with it so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the Jaeger onboarding, reboarding, whatever you want to call it, in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.